Yo, what is good, my quick crypto family and my coin factory family? We're back again with another Crypto and Casper live. I apologize, the past few days has been a bit tough for me. I've been very ill, which I don't normally get ill, and also had some family related issues, if you will. But hopefully we're out of the woods right now. Everyone seems to be home and getting better, which is good. But with that being said, because I don't want to make this stream all doomy and gloomy, we have got some more Crypto and Casper content to cover. As the title states, Casper comeback locked and loaded. Right now, we are in a very interesting predicament with Casper right now provingly hold strong at the level of support at 8 cents, which is very positive news. And we're now going towards the middle of February right now, 12th of February. We've got another 2 weeks or so left of the month. Still a lot can be done in February right now. Casper right now is currently up 0.59% on the daily time frame, now valued, up 0.60% on the daily time frame, now valued at 0.96, so 9.6 cents. And if I'm being perfectly blunt, depending on the immediate catalyst, we could see Casper come back down again to that level of support of 8 cents, potentially down to 7. As remember, we did see that massive buy wall put up by exchanges around the 7 cent zone. But my long-term outlook on this market is still extremely bullish. We've got some updates for Casper, we've got some updates regarding the Fed and the CPI inflation data, the potential for QE, quantitative easing, what it basically means, and everything else that still, ignites my bullish belief on this market, all of which we'll be covering in a lot more detail. And yeah, there's nothing to be worried about right now, truth be told. Thank you everyone once more for joining and for the kind words. Greg, my man, what's up? Hope you're doing well, praying for you with whatever's been going on. Hang in there, bro. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it very much. What's up, Devious Me as well, my man? Welcome back to the stream. Buffalo, hello, my friend. Morning. Do you gotta do, no worries. Hope it's all getting better, brother. It is on the mends, thankfully. Unfortunately, these things just happen out of the blue. Life, right? It happens at the worst times at times, but all you can do is just keep moving forward. Don't let it bring you down too much. Welcome back, Tony. And you too, Mr. Mars. Everybody else, welcome back to the stream. Those who don't know what's going on right now, I'm not going to get into in detail on these streams, but those who are aware a little bit more so are part of the free Discord community, the Coin Factory right here. If you want to know more, especially during my absence right now, I apologize again for that, but be that as it may, the community has still been very active, educating each other, learning more and more. The community is very active, talking about Casper and crypto. If you want to be a part of it, then come join out. Come join, leave links in the description, in the chat, also on the YouTube homepage as well. And yeah, there's nothing to worry about right now in regards to crypto and Casper, that is. I found a mushroom growing in Jay's basement. I was so hungry I ate it since I've become one with the universe. There you go. Mr. Mars back to his choking ways. Thank you very much for being back again, my man, and keeping up with the good vibe. So, without further ado, we're going to start off this post here first from Uphold Exchange, one of the first US exchanges to support Casper, followed by Pionex US, then followed by Kraken. We're still waiting for the elusive Coinbase, the Geminis, the crypto.coms, you name it. There's so much more to look for Casper. And Uphold here asks a very, broad question, but one we're going to answer or hopefully get down to the bottom of in this stream. Casper is trying to rebound right now off its 8.9 cents level of support where it's stabilized right now. It dropped significantly, as we saw, coming down below, hitting around 7.3 cents, stabilized around 8.1, and now we're back again, trying to make a little bit of a rally, or a relief rally if you will, coming back now close to 10 cents again, which is, with all intents and purposes, it's very good to see Casper trying to make a recovery back up to the 2-digit cent figure again. 10 cents and above is what we'd like to see, because it's ultimately what we want to see right now as well. After a significant drop, Casper stabilizing, with bulls eyeing the crescendo upgrade plus smart contract integration as potential catalyst. Is Casper primed for a comeback, or is there more potential downside ahead? I personally believe, not financial advice, the outlook of this market for Casper is still extremely bullish. Now, where we can debate till death do us pass whether price projection is going to reach, whether it be a $2, $1, $20. Of course, I don't believe in $20. I think it's a bit too moonboy to say the least. We can debate what price will reach in the cycle, but for me, I think Casper from its current position and even from its all-time high position of 20 cents, it's still got more upside in the cycle. And in the short term, I think we could see some more downside based on these catalysts we're going to talk about, which, truth be told, in the short term could be bad, but in the long term, I still think it's perfectly fine. We've got a lot more bullish outlooks. Fed announcing stuff about they'll not be blocking banks from serving crypto to customers is extremely bullish for the outlook of this market. And I think Casper is going to be in a prime position to start seeing liquidity from the crypto sector as well with its developments. Not to mention as well that Casper is currently growing very, very scarce. The percentage of Casper that hasn't moved in over a year has doubled. What does this mean? It means the long-term holders of Casper have not lost their conviction. If anything, they've doubled down. They've increased their holdings, rising from 15 to 30%. This signals a strong shift towards long-term holders. Those who are selling Casper right now are the short-term traders, the ones who got in the last 6 months when Casper made 20 cents to come down, or those who got in even more recently in the last 2 or 3 months who are, who have not been happy with Casper's recent price actions. Therefore, they have decided to get out and find other projects, which is perfectly fine. But the long-term holders have stayed true to their holders. Those who are holding over a year, which I think is most of us here, we hold strong on our convictions. We've done our research. This trend, combined with Casper's rapid declining emissions, halving every year, creates the increasingly scarce supply. As demand grows, this could trigger a major price movement known as supply shock. Simply put, the way to understand the very basic nature of a market is supply over demand. You look at this chart right here. Green means on this daily wick, this daily time frame, there's increasing demand over the supply being released that day. And again, red means there was more supply than there was demand. Casper right now, with its very aggressive emission schedule, we can see right now almost 90% has been mined so far. The rewards are declining more and more. Basically put, we're going to start seeing the supply coming at less and less and less, while the demand for Casper, as it grows more, the project's going to increase more and more and more. Supply shock means the demand's going to rise and the price will likely shoot up with it. With central banks easing monetary policies as well, Casper's unique supply-demand dynamic positions it as a potential game changer in the financial world. Thanks to the KRI, all the projects they're building like Warp Core, Gigawatt Stablecoin. Again, the list goes on. There's so much more coming to Casper, which is why I choose to remain bullish. And one of the things people are looking out for, as Uphold highlights here, that bulls are looking out for, crescendo, smart contracts, and so on and so forth. Here from Casper Enthusiast here says people keep asking when to expect 10 BPS and the hard fork at Casper. Here are some helpful links. Cas.live, you can see right here. The next feature for the crescendo hard fork is only 16 days away till that's the end of February. Casper has till the end of February as they've, chalked it out to get this done, but they can get it done earlier should they be efficient enough, if you will. Then you've got the mainnet version release, which will come out end of March, so in 47 days. And then you've got the actual hard fork itself in that April period. Again, it could come out sooner than the whole month period, but they may just take their time doing it. Either way, this is a visual representation here on Kas.live, 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 of what we got to expect with the crescendo hard fork. This link will be in my community, to go check it out there. You can find it easier there as well. But this here is a very great visualizer for us to know when's going to happen and what the bulls therefore potentially are eyeing up as well, and potentially therefore also the exchanges. Some of us have been waiting for Binance. I've been seeing it in my community as well. Some suspect we'll see it on the 10th of February. I believe there was a miscommunication in the information from Binance. Put bluntly, a lot of us thought it stated 14 days after 27th of January, but what it actually meant was 14 business days. Of course, we should understand business days means Monday to Friday, because you don't tend to work on weekends unless you're normally me, who works every single day, no matter the circumstance, normally. But with that being said, here's a post here from Stephen, which his thesis is the new calculation adjusts the expected Binance listing of Casper to be on February 17th, which would be Monday. Now, what does this mean? We can go into the whole reason why, ultimately just putting it down that when the distribution started, it was on the 27th of January, which that date was a matter of fact on a Monday as well. So ultimately it's just arguing that it may start on the 28th. So it'd be 14 business days. So therefore it may be on the 17th. Right now it could be the 17th, it could be the 14th, it could be this Friday, it could be the Monday again. Truth be told, we really don't know. We really don't know. And that is part of the problem right now. I think that's what's really, brooding inside the Casper community right now. We know Binance wants to list Casper. We have so much proof of their connections. Roy O'Neill of the KI confirming they've integrated with each other. We've got Binance mining pools. We've got futures contracts. We've seen AMAs with Casper and Binance have been very, very successful. Them having the Binance Live with the KRC20 community as well, like Nacho and Kango. So we know their connections. It's just a matter of when. And again, it comes down to when Binance deem it ready. If you look at Casper right now, we've got 96.68 million 24-hour trading volume. It's not the highest. Near 100 is decent, but it's not the highest. We can see right now, dominated by the likes of MEXC again, then Gate, then LBank, and Bybit has fallen below 10%, unfortunately. Still holding relatively strong, but we need to see it higher with these three in particular, Bybit, BitGet, and Kraken. Binance is a big exchange, very big exchange. One thing we also should be aware of is the speculation that this wallet in particular here is potentially Binance's wallet. Wallet number 5. We have no confirmation of that, but it's big speculation because again, Binance is such a big exchange, they have to have a lot of capital to be able to efficiently list Casper without there being liquidity issues, accumulate enough of it. And like clockwork, this wallet on the Monday, so 2 days ago, did scoop up another 12 or just short of 12 million Casper, $1.15 million for the Casper. If history proves itself, which it should do, we should be seeing this wallet scoop up more Casper tomorrow, probably in and around the same time frame between 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. British Standard Time BST. So tomorrow we should be seeing them scoop up some more Casper in about 16 hours or so. We'll have to wait and see, of course, it's come to fruition, but I think it's a possibility. And again, should this come to fruition of there being a listing on the 27th, on the 17th, or even on the 14th, that means we'll be seeing a listing either this Friday or on the Monday, but on the Monday they will likely be scooping up even more Casper. This wallet be doing it like clockwork. Now, when it will happen, we don't know. For me, I'm not too worried because I've always reiterated that I think these listings are important for retail to get the fear alleviated, if you will. But on the long-term outlook of Casper and what truly matters for its price, I don't think these listings are that important. I still don't. I think it's great to help the adoption, but I don't think it's that important in the long term because what's going to matter for Casper is the adoption from institutions, and the building and development is going to come through more so as it increases in adoption and developments more and more. But of course, we would love to see Binance. The other speculation, which I've seen in the chat, so I'm going to get through some questions in a moment, is the speculation that we're seeing it in and around the hard fork, the 10 EPS, which again is a very plausible thesis. Because again, the hard fork could be deemed as an ideal time when you see more volume coming through Casper. Because again, we've already seen it. But think about it. The first launch of KRC20, or the first relaunch of KRC20, which happened in and around here, we saw the volume for Casper spike up massively, into the hundreds of millions. Then go back to when the KDAO KRC20 project was released, KDAO being right here. Where is the KDAO? Okay, KDAO's probably come down massively then. I don't see KDAO at all. KDAO here. When KDAO was first released, which happened 113 days ago, which happened, I believe, here, on this day here, we saw over 500 million 24-hour trading volume for Casper. So KRC20 relaunch and KDAO caused two massive volume spikes for Casper. The hard fork migration is an influential, monumental, historic day for Casper, making it the proof of work that can compete in terms of scalability, speed to every other proof of stake in this space. Casper has a proof of work to be able to compete with everything else with 10 BPS, while also remaining decentralized and secure and cheap. So it's a very, very big day that people who aren't even Casper maxis understand, or should understand, the significance of that should it, perform as intended. It will be 6,000 times faster than Bitcoin. The fastest proof of work has already been proven. It'll be one of the fastest projects. We've already seen some visuals, if you will, which I may not have retweeted because, again, I've been a bit preoccupied, but we've seen some visuals already of how quickly. Actually, I could just type in Casper Door, because I'm sure he's the one that actually posted them. Casper Door here. Showed some visualizers of look, here you go. So this is Casper right now, 1 BPS. Put the switch on to 10 and look how much faster it is than the likes of Solana, Hyperliquid, Sui, you name it. So point being, it's going to be a very, very influential day for Casper, 10 BPS. That could be a catalyst, an event catalyst to drive volume to Casper, and therefore giving Binance that event catalyst needed to decide they want to list at that time. So I think the hard fork is a definite possibility as well. And of course, then we're all waiting for the smart contracts, which we do know that Igor Labs are developing this ZK EVM based roll up on Casper right now, building on top of it, which is basically going to bring some form of smart contracts early. We know at the KR already confirmed that they're building stablecoins on Casper. All these sort of foundation laying developments that will significantly increase Casper's adoption and therefore driving more volume to the project, which will be the sign that these exchanges cannot ignore. They want to make money. They know when to list. It will come. It's just a matter of being patient. But we are seeing some wallets are starting to make their move right now. Yesterday, we saw a wallet that bought around 19 million Casper, so $1.83 million worth in a single transaction, which is the biggest one so far. It took 1 second, so that's very cheap. That's what banks would like to hear. And also the fee was only 0.7 Casper, not even 1 Casper, so not even 9 cents, not even 8 cents. The Casper was extremely cheap, and it didn't even cost 10 cents, and they transacted over $1.83 million. That is absolutely nuts. This is why we believe Casper is the future of money, because this is what the institutions, what the new monetary systems in need of. Scalable systems that can transact very quick, very cheap. But of course, if it's secure, that'll give them an extra bonus as well. There's much more coming to Casper, and this is one of the points I'm going to get into in a moment as well. Ultimately highlighting why Casper, I think in due time, not this cycle, but in due time, will prove itself as a titan and flip other projects in this space. Crypto Gosu, welcome back, my man, you're doing very, very well. Do they supply a Lamborghini with a reversing camera? You know what? If not, I'm sure we can get them to build one in due time. That first comment on the Uphold post, everyone buys Casper at the price they deserve. Facts. Yes. I completely agree. Everyone buys Casper at the price they deserve. That is completely true. If you've done your research into Casper and you believe in it, you'll buy at the price that is right for you. It's never ever about me telling you what to buy, because I'm not a financial advisor. So whatever I say is not financial advice. I give you information. I give you hopefully some education to help you build some form of understanding, at least just base level of this project, and then go over to your own research, or better still, come to my community where you can learn more about it in there as well, and then devise your own trading strategies when it's right for you. I believe Casper could see some more downside in the near term, potentially, although the market's looking very good right now, which is very good and also relatively surprising, truth be told, but at the same time, maybe not. Because the macro news, while seemingly kind of doom and gloom, it's not that drastic, because what people are probably starting to realize now is in Donald Trump's first cycle, in his first administration, his first term, back in 2017, we had no rate cuts. But we still have one of the most bullish cycles in history. So, of course, we want to see rate cuts. Of course, we want to see quantitative easing. We want to see all these sort of, all this sort of stuff that could be very good for the markets. But we didn't need that in 2017. So, we may not need it now. Again, we're going to get into that, of course, in a moment. But Casper, I still think, strong position right now. It might come to more downside, but if you were to ask me, would I expect to see Casper below 10 cents, see it, be able to buy it at 70% undervalued right now? I'd laugh at you, thinking it was even possible, but it is. And I'm laughing now that I get the opportunity to do so. Keep up the great work. Thank you very much, Magic Mark. You're doing very well, my man. Is 550k Casper a good bag? Well, Buffalo 3 says no, buy more. I mean, I think 550k Casper is an amazing bag, truth be told. As you see it hit $2, that's you've become a millionaire. That's fantastic. I mean, I haven't got a significant amount of Casper, but I continue to build as much as I can through other means as well, through my, my leverage trading, my leverage trading, my meme trading stuff that I talk about in more detail to the executives right now, of course, due to personal things. I had to take a bit of a step back for the past few days, but it's still raring, ready to go. It's got a lot more coming through. I'll come back to this a little bit later on right now, but there's a lot more coming to this space, and the profits that we've been making, I've been making at least, I've been putting back into my long-term holders like Casper, because again, it's my conviction. I see what they're building, and I think it's going to be very influential in this space. Good evening, Casper Frog. You're doing very well, my man. Glad to have you back. Hope you're well. Not sure if you've seen, but it looks like there is a new Telegram wallet for Casper. I tagged you as well. Well, let me have a quick look at that as well, my man. I have not seen that, but I'm sure, because I appreciate very much, again, Casper Frog, and there's been others as well who consistently tag me in posts, and I appreciate it massively, because it helps, in sometimes where I even miss the information, because I'm only human, of course, but when I miss information, the community here bands me together. That's also why I've got the community as well, so we can all talk about information, which is very beneficial here. So we can see from Exodex, the most secure and user-friendly Telegram wallet for Casper, and KLC20 is gearing up for a public launch. That is very cool to see, truth be told. Of course, we have to see if they're completely trusted with Casper, because we have seen it in the past where, for example, I think it was KDX who ended up being a scam, talking about releasing stablecoins from Casper. You have to be very careful, of course. This is a very well-known platform, so this is very good to see. And of course, the more adoption coming to Casper, the more ways to get access to Casper, it increases the demand of Casper, which then in due time will increase its price as well. John Doe, missed you these 2 days, bro. I apologise, but I'm glad to have you back, my man. And yeah, it feels normal to be back, even kind of like I'm ignoring the whole life gets you down type thing. It's nice to be back, talk to everyone here again, talk about all the big things coming to Casper and crypto, keeping our knowledge up, trying to not remain emotional and stay logical during these times, because ultimately emotional trading can be a biggest downfall for everybody. That's why you've got to remain level-headed, if you will. But that being said, here I want to get into this post really quickly before we get into more questions from Andre. He states here, BL2 have centralized sequencer, generate $120 million in fees, pay Ethereum $10 million of that for DA and security, double $110 million for profit, be Ethereum aligned. I don't understand how Ethereans convince themselves with these mental gymnastics. L2s are why Ethereum is inflationary again. Scale Ethereum. They can get the Sonic tech for free. Zero charge will 1000% their throughput. Make Ethereum great again. Now, there are probably a number of things Ethereum can do to fix their scalability issue. It's got expensive gas fees. It's terrible. I hate Ethereum. I hate Cardano. I think both those projects are failures for what they should have been, or what they aim to be. And a lot of their issues are now they are unable to overcome due to their decisions they made in the early term of their project, like Vitalik Buterin when he went to proof of stake. Johnny here, reply to this comment here. And again, it's another great idea of kind of where Casper's going right now. If $120 million can be generated by centralized sequencers on Base and other Ethereum L2s, then how much can Casper make by sequencing for all chains? Of course, being fair enough proof of work decentralized, and also quick enough to compete, if not quicker, than other projects as well. Plus, this revenue shall only be collected in Casper and all go to the miners. That's the benefit of proof of work. And this will also incentivize more miners to jump on board of Casper, which will therefore increase the hash rate, therefore making Casper that much more secure, and also increasing adoption as well. Right now, it's holding relatively strong. It has seen a bit of a pullback down to 1.35 EH, but it's still holding relatively strong. It has done for the past few days. And I'm sure with the price, when it's due to rise with the supply shock, you'll see the miners jump on board as well. Of course, there are a lot of centralized miners on Casper right now, like Marathon, but they're the ones keeping the project up right now, as well as the solo miners as well. Everyone's doing their part to make sure Casper stays as the number 2 proof of work project in this space, second fastest right after Bitcoin. So you've got Ethereum Solana. In Ethereum or Solana, Casper is building something that will change the game. This, of course, is talking about the other thing that bulls are eyeing up right now, besides Crescendo, is smart contract integration as a potential catalyst here. Smart contract of Casper is faster, safer, and truly decentralized, while Ethereum struggles with high fees and Solana suffers from frequent outages. While not having complete blackout or crash, they have constant, their network's going down for a short time period. Casper is delivering what I've been waiting for: high performance smart contracts on the first ever block DAG technology. And it's just talking about everything Casper has, how big it's going to be for Casper, and why it's important as well, because this will also incentivize. You think about having a proof of stake project. Yeah, I mean, think about all these projects in the space right now. Proof of stake, right? They have their smart contracts, they're scalable, they're relatively quick. Smart contracts, developable on top of them, bring in more revenue, more money into the ecosystem to let it flourish and grow more and more. You have a proof of work, but you have it truly decentralized as well. This gives the developers and people on the platform even more security because it's decentralized. And that also will incentivize the builder to build up a bit more so, while also being able to compete with the speeds of the likes of Solana and Ethereum and Hyperliquid and Sui and you name it. So we're waiting for 10 BPS migration, which again, visualization of how close we are. And this is also a visualizer of the sort of speed we'll see with it. So we're not far from that now, which should be a big catalyst. And we'll see smart contracts coming on that very soon afterwards as well. This might get into a little bit later on, a little bit of, jokes here from Wolfie talking about the tabloids tend to send installation, or if you will, for Casper. But it's just ultimately just trying to take a little bit of the piss out of, what Casper's happening right now, all the stuff coming to it. How, you got people got a joke about how people in the space are just very, very mind blown about what's coming to Casper ultimately. Because there's a lot coming to this space, a lot coming to Casper in particular. And when they come out, it's going to cause a lot of competition. Because a lot of people aren't going to be happy that you've got a project that is better than theirs, while sticking true to, the fundamentals of what crypto's meant to be, something that no one's been able to properly solve yet. The trilemma. That's what Casper's solving right now. Now, I'll come back and get more bits from Casper in a moment. I'll answer questions just now, but I want to highlight as well the potential for great crypto momentum in the cycle, but also potentially for some more immediate downside potential. So again, don't be logical, do your own research and understand that I'm not worried remotely right now in the cycle, at least me personally, and I don't think anyone should be right now either. Of course, it's your first cycle, understand the heartache and the sentiment and the stress potentially you're undergoing right now. This market's never easy. But hopefully this education here that we provide in my community and equally in these streams can give you some form of clarity in what's happening right now. So here, this just in, the US House Republicans propose a $4 trillion debt limit increase and a $4.5 trillion in tax cuts. So what does this mean? Well, this has potential downsides in the long term, potentially increasing national debt, which isn't good. Because that right now we already got $37 trillion worth of debt or something stupid, so this is not good at all. But this therefore means you might see the US government be able to borrow more money in the immediate short term. So this will have benefits in the immediate short term, potentially allowing more liquidity flow into the market sooner, and therefore allowing it the crypto and stock markets to kind of rally up quicker. But also in the long term has further implications of increased inflation, slower economic growth, you name it. If the national debt also rises a lot higher as well. So that is some good combative nature to the current market sentiment, which does seem to be. I think that this might be the reason why the markets are currently bullish right now, because that is a good sign that we might see some more money injected into the economy quite soon. But at the same time, as the KBEC letter here highlights, the Fed's worst nightmare has just gotten worse. This talking about the current inflation data that we just saw, which basically just highlighted that the US CPI inflation was 3% versus the expected 2.9%, and the US core CPI inflation was 3.3% versus the expected 3.1%, which is higher than we expected, which is not ideal. So, what does this mean for me? I mean, again, this information I'll link in my community. Go read through the thread yourself because it is quite insightful. But for me, what this means is right now, a lot of people have been debating about when we're going to see QE, also known as quantitative easing. So put it plainly here, you've got quantitative easing, and you also got quantitative tightening. Quantitative easing is when central banks create new money, inject it into the market by buying assets, and of course more liquidity is good for the risk assets, so crypto, stocks, you name it. Quantitative tightening, which is what's been happening for a while now, reduces money supply. So it withdraws liquidity by selling assets or letting them mature. And of course, that's bad for risk assets, bad for markets. Now, with the inflation being higher than expected, this is actually the highest we have seen since June of last year. So this potentially may mean that we won't end quantitative tightening in March. So not next month. And the market did correct as a result of this news at first, but of course it's coming back now. So short term we might see some panic. We've already seen the panic. We look at the markets right now. We did see Casper did come down a little bit today. Beforehand we saw it come down about 5%. We saw Bitcoin equally come down earlier today about what, 2%? Yeah, 2% or so. But right now the market's recovering, potentially on the back of this news, which is good to see. But also, I think it's based on the sentiment about the market. As people, I think, now are wising up to understand more so about this market. For perspective, for example, I'm going to highlight this graph here. This here is the reverse repo data, which is very important to note. This is highlighting the amount of money that, we see here. There was $2.5 trillion the Fed had at this time. Extra liquidity, if you will, extra funding. And now we can see the amount of money the Fed has is around $79 billion, so significantly less. So what we're going to see right now is liquidity right now we can see back from 2023 or 2022 even, when it was at its peak here, back to now we're seeing liquidity is drying up. This is why I believe that in the short term we may see some pullbacks. Of course, in the liquidity in the market, not ideal for risk assets. You see people putting money out, markets will come back down. I don't think it'll be too severe though. If I'm honest, I think personally, not financial advice, we'll see probably maybe a 5-10% pullback. Maybe we'll see it come back down to 92k again. Or depending on where Bitcoin is at the time, you might see it come back down to 85k, or maybe even more so this level here, around 88k seems to be level of support around here. 89k might be come down to here again. But I think in general, I don't think it's too bad, because this will also be a sign for the Fed to start at some point ending QT, to eventually start implementing QE, quantitative easing, so you see more money injected into the economy. For perspective, by the way, in 2022, the Fed didn't hike rates until inflation reached 7.9%. So right now, despite we're seeing inflation rise right now, and it's unideal, we didn't see the Fed hike rates until it's at 7.9. So we're still quite a ways off from that. 3% is nowhere near 7.9 right now. So I'm not worried about rate hikes right now. This may mean, though, with inflation rising higher, we may not see many, if any, more rate cuts this year. But at the height of the beginning of this stream, in 2017, Bitcoin made one of its best rallies ever in history in 2017, back here. One of the best bull markets ever in history. And we didn't have rate cuts because in Trump's first administration, his first time, we didn't have rate cuts. So we don't need rate cuts to do well. We really don't. This thread here from Crypto Amsterdam is actually a very insightful one about QE. Well, the idea of, we need QE for alt season. We actually don't. Simply put, we don't need QE for alt season at all. Look, this here, if you take the total altcoin market cap plus the Bitcoin dominance chart and we overlay it with the periods of QE and QT, there's both false statements about it. We don't need it. Of course, it's ideal. It'd be very good to have QE and then have a bull market, but we don't need it. We don't even need rate cuts. Of course, they're ideal. We don't need them. But the point being, people I think are starting to realize that, and that's why they're not letting these macro factors, while important, not determine their trading strategies. People understand right now when they're looking at these form of news how bullish it is for crypto. Hong Kong officially recognized Bitcoin and Ethereum as part of its investment visa program. North Carolina bill proposed today regarding Bitcoin. ARK Invest Kathy Woods says the odds of his $1.5 million Bitcoin bull case prediction, which is by I think 2032, next bull cycle, 2 on behind, has gone up due to institutionalization of Bitcoin. Because institutions have a hold of Bitcoin now, they can send Bitcoin higher. Of course, again, they might be lying about this, but point being, it's still a massive bullish sentiment around Bitcoin and crypto right now. So while you're seeing some of these macro news being unideal for the markets, The fact that we're seeing a Bitcoin reserve, in the works from these, these countries, these states. The fact you're seeing America pushing stablecoin regulations, all this sort of stuff as well. You'll see a lot more upside. You've got to understand as well that for people who make money in bull cycles, 80% of people who make money in bull cycles happen in the last leg. Also where people lose money as well, because people don't take it out at the right time, but it happened in the last leg. Right now, we are nowhere near the last leg. We are in February, the second month of 2025. It's gone quite quick, truth be told. But we've still got a lot more time. Right now, the cycles are in a period that they're holding strong, truth be told, despite all the tariff news. Again, tariffs have caused a lot of bleeding from altcoins. Again, Casper came down to 8 cents, came down almost down to 7 cents at one point. Bitcoin's holding strong, just short of 100k. We're still consolidating right now at this all-time high, despite the tariff news, despite the unfavorable, inflation data, all this sort of stuff that is unideal for markets. We're still holding very strong. So I think everyone, to be fair, I think a lot of the panic right now has subsided. I think the panic of Casper is still at all-time highs, because right now everyone's waiting for the Binance and everything else. And when we're going to get them again, we can't say for sure. But I'm not worried about it again, because people are, well, this is a joke here. I'm going to read it out, but the people are actually going to be realizing this regardless anyways. So here from Muga, Casper alerts, Casper just broke crypto physics. Casper's latest upgrade has shattered all known limits of blockchain speed, efficiency, and logic. Scientists are baffled. The SEC are sweating. Even Vitalik reportedly mumbled, how is it even possible? Always be just talking about what's happening to Casper, the development and what they're building right now is so revolutionary that while this is a complete joke, by the way, this post here, but it is for me, while a joke, I think it's a testament to what people are going to realize in the future, if not realize already, and they're being quiet about it. 10 BPS Casper is a bigger deal than people realize, and again, we've seen already in the past this sort of volume we saw of Casper with KLC20 and these sort of developments. That could be the event catalyst needed for these tier ones. It could be what we need for Casper. I want to highlight again that while Casper's not up to the best, if you will, right now, we are seeing other projects like Solana right now, again currently ranked number 6, one of the biggest projects in the space right now. In its first cycle, didn't move till August. Right now, all the signs we're seeing from this macro news as well, while unideal in the current short term, reason why I'm bullish as well, because this further laid the foundation for the possibility of a 2017 cycle. We didn't see Bitcoin top till December. If we don't get a top to December, think about how much time that gives Casper, 10 BPS, smart contracts, stablecoins, the KRI to launch Gigawatt, Warp Core, ZETEX. You got Asset Mint and many more projects they can launch with the ZK opcos that will be built on Casper. Dagnite also had the chance to come out this year as well, as Michael Sun's already confirmed. So that's, as the KF confirmed when they made that post about they're updating their funding, 2020, they did it because they understood that 2025 is going to be an absolutely parabolic time and influential time for Casper this year. And I do still believe as such. And I do believe with what's happening, the macro side of things right now, with how the markets have stagnated and potentially could see some more downside in the short term, this is actually priming up Casper to have an even bigger rally, because it's giving Casper more time to build during a market that's doing nothing. They're looking for ME, the MEV experts. They already got an audit partnership now. They got DAG Labs as well. They got IGRA Labs. 2025 is going to be a pivotal year for Casper Evolution. They're releasing all of their major building blocks that will give it use. I think Casper has not got the proper use case yet. What they're releasing this year will give it use case, allowing it to compete with Ethereum, Solana, and Tron, and XRP, you name it. Now, will it jump leaps and bounds to $10 this cycle? Probably not. You want to see Casper jump from a $2 billion market cap to a $250 billion market cap, that being $10? Let's be realistic. I'm not saying it's not possible, but I'm highlighting the high unlikelihood of that. Seeing it 100x from this price right now is excessive. And to say the least, it's very excessive. With what the KRI are releasing and with institutional adoption, it's not impossible. But I think you need to see drastic adoption very early for Casper, not just the tier ones, everything. I think likelihood is still $2 Casper. I think Casper jumping to a 50 billion market cap from here, so a 25x still sounds like quite a lot. And truth be told, it probably is. That's because I'm looking at the sort of sources I'm seeing in this stream. All this sort of stuff that giving Casper more time to build, while we're going to see a later cycle top likely. The Bitcoin reserve bills and the altcoin bills and the stablecoin bills that Casper are going to be building a stablecoin on their platform as well. All sorts of stuff coming out that give Casper more time to develop and build more and more. And then I'm also information that I provided to the members of the executive page here, the alpha exclusive information here from KPMG KPMG and PwC, two of the big four accounting firms, and many, many more institutional research insight information where they have disclosed in their documents that provided exclusively for their CEOs and their enterprise clients, stuff that I've been able to get a hold of, thankfully, disclose to these people here in the community here where they see AI and crypto therefore going as well. Which also leads me to believe we'll see a lot more bullish momentum in Q3/Q4 of this year. I want to say February's going to be a bullish month this year, and I still think February could be a good month this year. We are only 2 weeks in, we've got 2 weeks left, but right now it's looking more and more unlikely, which is unfortunate. But I'm not disheartened by it. If anything, it actually gives me more time to build cheap Casper and cheap crypto, and I'm happy about that. Because I do see the institutional sentiment that I'm disclosing to people here. Again, if you want to know more about this stuff here, this community here, again, while the last few days have been a bit problematic for me, normally we're very active, disclosing alpha information ahead of time. We also provide trading picks, which have taken a bit of a step back of right now because the markets are very unstable and volatile. But we've had some very big picks so far. This is one of our biggest gains we made recently, which we saw a 7, almost 8x with. This one we also made not that long ago, about a 6x with this one as well. Our biggest gain so far has been Exo Cortex at a 25x here. So we had some very profitable trades. We're doing some more leverage trading, other things as well. Because while the markets are down, actually, that can be, again, it's very risky, of course, but that can be a time to do perpetual trades and make money from the shorts. So we'll get in the experienced trader to talk more about that in the short term as well, and maybe bring some other traders in there as well to try and benefit from that as well. But if you want to know more, got alpha information, weekly live streams where we have been disclosing stuff in our weekly live streams that have been very important, and it has helped us to devise our own trading strategies. The TA has been very good, the information has been very good. If you want to know more, again, of course, currently a 7-day free trial. So come join for free. If you like what you see, by all means, come sign up. Only $49.99, but if you don't, that's also perfectly fine if you just cancel. I haven't got a problem with that. Again, we're just trying to provide more to the community. If you don't like what you see, it's not a part of you. You can join for free. Don't like it, cancel, it's perfectly fine. Links in the description, also on my homepage here, and I'll put them in the chat right now as well. There's a lot more provided in there. And yeah, still early. Again, we've got so much more. Again, as I mentioned earlier, 80% of people who make money in crypto happen in the last leg of the cycle. And that last leg can be from 2 months to 1 month to a few weeks. It really depends. And that's why this whole time right now, when the markets are not doing much, we're going to be looking at more trading, other things as well. It's our time to understand and build our knowledge more and more as well regarding institutional sentiment, other things as well that help us build our conviction of where the cycle's going to go. So if you want to know more, again, leave a chat. Again, the links in the chat description, on my homepage. Come check it out. Feel free to do so. Jordan says all the tier 1s are going to come after the hard fork. They don't want to list it if it's then a failure or difficult to switch over. Again, that is a definite plausible idea or plausible thesis, if you will. I think that's a possibility. I don't think, again, this is my belief, but Casper's proven itself to be very diligent in what they're doing. So I'll be very surprised if there is an issue right now. But of course, hard forks can have complications. So there is a possibility that these exchanges are waiting for this hard fork. Just so they have no complications in that regard as well. But I think while it's a possibility, my mindset is more so they're actually maybe waiting for the volume to come through, like this hard fork to be a volume driver for Casper, to bring an event catalyst to be the catalyst these exchanges need for a listing. That's my possible thesis as well. But at the same time, I'm not discrediting the possibility we could see Binance very, very shortly. It was not the 10th. That was a misconception from my behalf and the community, so I apologize on behalf of everyone and myself included. But looks like it could be either on the 14th, which would be on Friday, or on Monday, being the 17th. Again, we'll have to wait and see. Don't get your hopes up, because ultimately, whilst a possibility, that's when the distribution period ends, Binance will do it when they're ready. They're doing it when they're ready right now. Right now, the market's not in a position where they need to list Casper. Right now, if Binance is Casper will do very well, but it's not ideal for them. I'll be honest, it's not. I think if Binance does Casper right now, you see Casper probably jump up to... I mean, right now, the sentiment Casper is not great. It's not. I think I think Binance might do that to Casper if you saw what happened right now, but I don't think it'd be fantastic. What they want is Casper to jump leaps and bounds. So the best time to do that is when there's a lot of attention around the project. So that means when you see 10 BPS, when 10 BPS happens, do you know how much FOMO is going to be around Casper at that time? I don't think 10 BPS will be the price driver, but it'll be a volume driver when people start jumping on Casper to see what it's about and see how good it is. People who have not been on test on the test at 11. So you see a lot of people come on to build on Casper as well. You're seeing already projects like Igra Labs and other people who are starting to build on top of Casper already. So that could be what drives Casper volume up massively, as you saw with KDAO as well, and that brings more adoption to the project, and therefore that'd be what Binance wants to wait for. So that's also what I'm waiting for as well. I'm not worried though either way. I'm not too bothered about Binance. I know it'll happen, and when it happens, I can be thankful enough to say I got in before Binance and Coinbase and everyone else and Kraken. You know, I've got in before Kraken. Most of us got in before Kraken as well. So welcome back, fella. Thank you so much, Don, my man. You're doing very well. Binance will probably lift up 10 BPS again. I think that's also possible. Yeah, I think it should, but we never know. Again, when Lambo, tough to say right now. The market conditions aren't the best for the short term. I think right now, if I'm honest, the markets are shaping up more to like 2017, which meant Bitcoin topped in December, which therefore means alts have a long time to rally as well. So yeah, I mean, I'm hopeful either way. February 17th, my birthday. Well, happy birthday to you, Don, on the 17th. We'll be sure to give you your wishes then as well. And if Binance list, then that would be a fantastic birthday present for you, definitely, and all of us. 15th is mine. Oh, there you go. All the birthdays are coming around right now. Damn. Right around Valentine's Day as well. That's crazy. February Army, you know it. Yo, bingo, bango. Actually, very well, man. April 29th is hard fork. Pack your bags before the hard fork. 100%. Yeah, it looks like that's around the time of the hard fork. April 30th right now, 29th. That's around the time of the hard fork when it will end. So we'll see 10 BPS officially on the mainnet and on Casper by that point as well. It also means when you look at this chart here, this will be, well, I believe actually everything above 50, everything above, I think 14 is Rust. I think the only ones who, I think only 12 is still Go. So I think it means that this orange will be completely, removed. Although in saying that, Casper did advise that all their node operators shifted and tested out version 0.16, which therefore you might see this shift completely down to the new stable release when the hard fork happens as well. What happened to crypto stored on wallets during the hard fork? It's a very good question. Now, to my understanding, because Casper aren't actually up, like their hard fork does not consist of making a completely new token. Like some other projects in the past, like Gala, had to make a Gala V2 token. So Casper aren't actually changing the token, they're just changing the infrastructure behind it. So to answer your question, we'll have to hear more in due time, I imagine. My suspicion is we haven't got to anything. I think worst case scenario is you have to put it back on exchanges. If you've got it on a tangent, maybe back on exchanges, but I don't think we have to do anything because ultimately it comes down to and actually in saying that, if Tangent are supporting the hard fork, which I imagine they are supporting the hard fork, then equally haven't got to do anything. As long as the exchange or platform, whatever you have it on, where you're storing your Casper, supports the hard fork, I don't think it's a problem. But they're not updating the token itself is not, they're not making a new token, so it shouldn't be a problem. I think it should be perfectly fine just leaving it where it is. Apologies. Will Binance cash out Casper on 14th? Would it be possible without listing? It's a good question, MD. I don't know. Is my perfect honesty. God, I don't know my perfect honesty. I think the speculation is that you can't have a funding wallet without a listing, but I don't know where that speculation came from. Yeah, I'm still not completely well yet. Apologies for that. I think it is possible, personally. We'll have to wait and see. If it's not, then we'll see a listing announced. But again, the timeline's running short, man. Like it's the 12th right now. They've already got 2/5 days left. If they're gonna announce a listing, they want to do it very soon. But right now, I don't think it's in their best interest. And I'm not perfectly bothered by that. There'll be no more 10 cents Casper after hard fork. Hard fork Moon than Mars. I hope so as well. I mean, I don't think, again, my personal belief is that the 10 bps hard fork won't be, this won't be a price move for Casper. I don't think 10 bps will do that. I think 10 bps will cause the volume to spike, and that may be a big catalyst for exchanges to jump on board. We'll have to wait and see. Casper will be 10 cents March 15th. I mean, that's another month away now, so it's definitely a possibility. Hopefully we get good news on the day of FOMC. If I'm perfectly honest, it's unlikely. Very unlikely right now with the core CP, with the inflation data coming back how it is right now, which is inflation's higher than expected. You'll be likely to see 0 rate cuts. As long as we don't get rate hikes, I think that's fine. Right now, as long as we don't get hikes, I'm happy with that. I don't mind seeing it just do nothing. But I doubt we're going to see any more rate cuts in the, probably not, maybe not even this year at all. Maybe only one later on this year. I know Trump wants that, but it depends what's happening right now. Although you might see QE come through with this whole thing as well. But I have to wait and see. But with all the, significant developments happening in the space right now, and how Casper are kind of timely. People think Casper developments are coming out too late. And if you ask me, they've arguably done it perfectly. Because all of the big developments and releases, from crypto regulations to, adoption, and all this stuff is coming out this year, 2025. And all research papers that I've disclosed to members who are part of the executive community here have disclosed in detail from institutional sentiment how 2025 is going to be the year that we see this massive shift, more so the latter half of 2025 as well. So what Casper's doing is releasing all of their developments this year as well. So actually they're doing it in unison with the other exchanges and these other institutions and their adoption. So actually I think Casper's doing it just in time. And that could cause a significant leg up, a quick volatile pump for Casper. Again, speculative potential. If they're doing it in time, so far, again, we'll have to wait and see. If the market ends up peaking early, then of course I'll eat my words. But so far, I still think Casper's got a good strong head on its shoulders right now. Still got a lot more room to move. Well, Britannia, what's up, my man? Welcome back to stream. Hi Ying, hope you're doing very well. Are you actually Jay? Just curious. I am actually Jay. Yes, I had a couple of days off. This past week has been terrible. I went 6 months straight, from the 1st of August all the way back here. I streamed every single day without fail, whether it be Christmas, New Year's, you name it. And nothing would keep me down, but unfortunately, and I think understandably as well for everyone here, family comes first. And while I could stream on New Year's, take a small step away for an hour to stream on New Year's and Christmas and whatnot, when my family needs me, I have to be wherever I can be. And of course, being ill as well did not help in that regard either. Going to the hospital and catching something there, I'm sure. It's been tough, but yeah, hopefully we're out of the woods right now. As Bufflink says, we really shouldn't be doing these streams daily, bringing the Casper, well, almost daily, bringing the Casper firmware, the crypto firmware, the education while I can. Leave a like, share your subscribe for more, and if you want to know more about Casper, crypto market sentiment, everything else that we provide there, even when I'm unable, as I have been the past few days, and shout out to my community members and even my mods as well, who've been very, very diligent in the Vert3 community right here, which you can come check it out if you want to. Link in the description, in the chat right now, also on my homepage. We're just trying to learn more about the space right now. We're trying to build an understanding right now. Of course, the debates can go on even there. If you have a disagreement, that's fine. But it's all about trying to learn more and trying to remain respectful while doing so as well. And this wants to be understanding even more locked in the space regarding trades, regarding alpha information from institutional documents, buy and sell, all this sort of stuff, providing the risk management, you name it. Weekly exclusive live streams. So these live streams will be doing daily, even more in-depth insight from the institutional sentiment side of things as well. Weekly with an experienced trader as well, who gives the TA side of things in the market as well. That's also provided in the Patreon as well, the WAP, if you want to go and check that out again. The 7-day free trial. Come join for free, check out what you see, come sign up. If you don't, that's fine. Cancel your subscription, that's fine, and leave. And just try and join the free community then. Just come see if you can learn more about the space either way. But we provide a lot in there. We're going to be ramping it up again more and more. Hopefully it's now things have settled down a little bit more. So now it's time to build more understanding of the space. And I think now it's also a good time to start reflecting on maybe looking at some trade. The market's kind of stabilized right now, so maybe looking at some more safe perpetual trades right now. My OBS is connected. Well, that's fantastic. Well, it's back now. XRP went from 50 cents all the way up as high as 3.3 That is insane. It went up massively because the institutional adoption behind XRP is insane, and also the max mentality is a bit sickening. But of course, that's anywhere you go. But that's the whole point. Again, if institutions want crypto to do well, it will do well. And right now, you're seeing countless documents. The Fed now saying they're not going to stop. Right now, you have the Fed and government stopping banks. They're not stopping them anymore. So we're seeing it coming through soon enough. You'll see adoption coming through soon enough. Hong Kong, China, who banned crypto, are now starting to looking to get into it as well. The sentiment behind crypto is insane. So again, the short-term outlook, while may look a little bit dull and quite boring, I'm not happy. I prefer. You know what? I think boring is best. I like markets that are boring. One of the things that I remember Alex Becker saying, which I thought was actually so insightful, which was during the bear market, people were trying to make money during the bear market, right? That's where Casper obviously thrived, and why everyone started knowing about Casper. But the bear market right now, the bear market is a time where everything's so boring, everyone wants to make money quickly, but bear market is probably the best time to make money in crypto. Why? Because you could just stack up on projects that you have a lot. Obviously, you've done your research, you think projects got good potential, you stack up on them and just kind of leave it alone till the bull cycle and then just take profits. Right now, I could say that I am, and arguably we all are quite fortunate enough to be the same place with Casper right now. People who've been able to buy Casper right now are a level we've not been able to see since 2023. And Casper, for me, is one that I think is high chance of it will still go up in the cycle much higher. So while it's boring right now and it's frustrating as well, I think it's actually an opportunity, if anything. I try to look at it as an opportunity. I'm quite optimistic with Casper, I think, as you can already tell. But even in crypto, and the reason why I'm optimistic is not blind. It's not blind optimism. Because that's risky. That's dangerous. It's optimism based on education. I try my best to thrive and research more and more every day, from information I provide to you guys daily, equally those which are more exclusive, the institutional documents from the executives there as well, to understand what the sentiment is in this space, where the money is going. And that gives me a belief in why I'm not worried about this stagnant market. It's frustrating. Of course, you want to make money, and there are other ways to make money, and that's why the memes come in there, which again has been a bit silent recently, but it's coming back. But I'm not worried, because that's what the institutions want. It's what the money wants. Money wants crypto to do very well this cycle. So I choose to remain bullish and keep learning more and more. What's up, my man? Coins ending. My man, welcome back to the stream. You're doing very, very well. Did you mint any Casper NFTs yet? If not, are you? I have not yet buffling, but I will be now. Hopefully, once I'm out of the storm officially. Once I've made sure to cater for my family a little bit. I'm going to be cutting the stream any moment now, just to make sure that my family's still okay. Once I'm got that kind of the worst of it's over properly, then I will start getting back on the grind for Casper and everything as well. Hopefully start minting NFTs as well, because they are very, very cool, and I want to get into it as well. Can you track if Marathon Digital is selling Casper for Bitcoin? They said they were mining Casper for Bitcoin as well. You can. Now, how to do so is, I imagine you go through to the Casper wallets. You have to find out which one their wallet here. Now, I know Casper Guru has highlighted their wallet in the past. I haven't saved it, which is very silly of me, to say the least. I haven't saved their wallet, but you'd have to find Malthus' wallet here, and then you just go and check it and see if they've been buying or selling or not. I'll see if I can try and find it out for you over this week. So hopefully tomorrow, if not this week, I'll see if I can find Malthus' wallet, and we'll see if they're buying or selling Casper. I think they have been occasionally been selling off their Casper. For the most part, I think they're still holding, I think, over 100 million Casper. We should be seeing their next quarterly report coming out. I want to say it was sometime in February. Marathon Digital Holdings quarterly report. Let's see if that comes up on Google or anything. So it looks like the last one came out on the... I can't tell if they do day, month, year like they do in the UK, or month, day, year they do in the US. It says 11/12/24. I'm pretty sure that was Oh wait, no, they do month day. Okay, they do month day. Okay, do month day definitely. Okay, so that case then it came out on the 12th of November. So therefore, we should be seeing it come out, sometime soon. Then we should be seeing Marathon's quarterly report come out sometime this month, and that will hopefully give us some insight on their current Casper holdings as well. So we'll be looking at that when it comes out. I'll be sure to try to keep everyone updated. I'll see if I can try and find an actual date for it. I think it's sometime later on this month. Mine is on the 23rd. Oh, is that when you're minting out your NFTs? But I mean, that's good to hear either way. Listen, welcome back to the stream. Jay's actually a G, just saying. Well, thank you very much, Greg. I'll try my best, try my best while I can. Like number 36, big up to you, Dusty. I love to hear my man. And yeah, of course, those who are enjoying these streams, leave a like, share with your friends, subscribe for more. You know the deal. Almost 40 likes is insane. I know Mr. Mark wants to see 75 likes so we can actually get out of the basement, as he states. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Casper Gigawatt would be perfect for the United States Reserve backup. Instant, zero fees, 100% secure. Casper number one. It would be, but of course, the United States want to make sure it's a US backed stablecoin. So it's unlikely they'll choose Gigawatt, but I'm sure you'll see Casper be a part of the financial infrastructure either way. With their technology, you kind of you cannot miss it, sort of thing. Do we know Marathon's minting wallet? No, unfortunately, or mining wallet. No, unfortunately, I don't. Well, I think it has been highlighted from Casper Guru here. His account is this one here, Casper Guru. I think he's highlighted it in the past. I'll see if I can reach out to him and just ask him. But I mean, I'm not sure which one it is right now, but I hope you can find it soon. But either way, we can see here Marathon's quarterly reports right here. Last one was on the 12th of November, 24. So likelihood we'll be seeing it sometime this month. I believed I saw it sometime, it was meant to be 20th. Yeah, I'm seeing something from Zach Investment Research. Not sure who exactly they are, to be honest, but they're highlighting here on this website. Jackdaw. It's going to be sometime on the 26th of February. So, yeah, it should be sometime this month. I'll have to wait and see. But if that's the case, that'll be, ideal to see. Because that'll give us, hopefully the next report shows how much holding their Casper. Have they been buying more, selling more, just holding strong? Be good insight. Nacho will pump with Casper. I completely agree. I mean, right now, these KRC 20 projects are struggling because there's no new money in Casper, and therefore no new money in KRC 20. When Casper starts to rally, the strong memes will start to rally with it right now, which of course the strong memes for me will be the likes of Nacho, Kango, Caspi, Casper Ghost. I think Go to be decent. Kiki's been proving to be quite strong so far, despite the lackluster volume, so maybe we'll have to see. But I think it'll be a decent one. Kira's still holding strong. I imagine that's still CG's community, but I don't follow CG, so I have no idea. Kona, I think, will still do very well. Good to see Kona back in the top 10 again. And yeah, you might see some more do well. I mean, I've seen Cobra's done a nice graphics change, nice to see. So it looks like at least they're still doing developments in this community right now, which is good to see. Still building more, because there's no new money, they're just struggling. But when Casper starts to rally, and we've seen it from the likes of Kango's dev and Caspi's team member talking about the possibility of seeing a bonus in this month. We're going to have to wait and see. But they're talking about as well that both these KRC projects actually have, their market makers, they're like, they have a Wintermute with Kango, whatever. They're from their market makers, they talk about they have got connections and, close to getting listed with these tier ones. So when that comes through, new money comes through, that could be beneficial. But I think they're also waiting as well, because much as these, Kraken, for example, could list Nacho now, it'd be great for Nacho, but it wouldn't matter in the grand scheme of things, because it won't do much for Nacho, because there's no new money in Casper. There's no point of putting, effort. I mean, that's not completely true, to be fair, but there's no point in exchanges from their side of things to list these projects right now when there's no new money coming into Casper, because Casper is what makes it. The reason why these Solana memes do well is because Solana does well. And the reason why these memes will do well is because Casper does well. If Casper doesn't do anything, these memes will just fall off, unfortunately. But I think Casper will do very well, and therefore I think these will do well as well. So we'll have to just wait and see. But yeah, I think Natural will pump with Casper, definitely. As of all these ones, Natural will be one of the first ones, I'm sure. I mentioned 2 barriers. Oh, great to hear, Lissa. Great to hear. Yeah, apparently that big exchange is coming soon, but we'll probably wait for crypto gets bullish. Henry Ford, founder of Ford, predicted that in 1921 that a certain energy currency in the future would save the world and stop wars. Casper was born in 2021. Wow, conspiracies. I love him. Maybe Henry Ford knew about Casper, or he envisioned it. Does Casper have NFTs? I like the project, but I don't follow it. That's a good question. Can have a quick look at their Twitter and see. I haven't seen anything about it personally. I mean, to be fair, actually, I might even have retweeted it in my community, but I don't follow their Telegram. If they are, okay, they do have a Telegram, so I'll probably follow that in my feed and see they have been talking about NFTs. I don't think I've seen anything so far about NFTs for Casper. I think although I do know some other projects like Casper Ghost and whatnot, they were a bit late to releasing them, so maybe they're just taking their time doing it right now. But NFTs are now out, which is good to hear. This one miner is dumping. Okay, let's have a quick look. Go to wallet address here. Oh yeah, this wallet had about 65 million Casper and then dumped it all. That is interesting. Started building up from July 2023. So yeah, this wallet, interesting. It could be a case of this wallet got hacked, or like some issue went through it. So like they was building up accumulation in this wallet, had 63 million Casper, and then they decided just to. Well, actually, saying this was back in November. And November, so they started buying in July. Oh, actually, that's very interesting. If I'm not mistaken. So they started buying. Oh, okay. They started buying around here. Yeah, they started buying on July 1st. Started buying July 1st would have been around here. And of course, they got dumped on hard. Started buying all the way up to November, which was around here. So yeah, this wallet is probably just someone who got screwed. They started buying up here, and they sold. They sold here. So they bought a lot consistently up here, and they just sold when it got too low. That was following KRC20's like launch as well. So I think that's just a project that probably buying into Casper, bought in at the wrong time, bought quite a bit of it, and then just getting short unfortunately due to the, terrible price action since then. I think a lot of people got screwed over that way. It's unfortunate, but I'm not too worried about it personally, because as we highlighted again, those who are the long-term holders of Casper are still holding very strong. They haven't shifted at all. So these ones who actually know what they're holding, people who got in around this time and lost, of course they're frustrated, but if they looked into Casper, they might have bought more. They might have just taken time out and then come back when they deem the time is right. We'll have to wait and see. But with that being said, I need to go and deal with my issues. But thank you all once more for watching today's live stream. I'll be trying to do this back to doing daily again, so hopefully there'll be one again tomorrow. Of course, right now, I'm gonna have to play it by ear. If you want to know when my streams are going live, or if I'm streaming, come check out the feed community, because I'll make an announcement in there. Link in the chat. And if you want to know more about crypto and other markets, come check out the WAP community right there, where we'll talk about a hell of a lot more institutional insight, everything else provided in there. 7-day free trial comes up for free. Love what you see, come sign up. But yeah, if you enjoy, leave a like, share, subscribe for more. I think Grayscale, BlackRock are waiting for Casper 10 BPS. I think there's a lot of people waiting right now for the bigger catalyst as well, so I think it's a good possibility we're waiting for that. But anyways, thank you all for watching again. Have a great day, give you a night, stay safe out there, keep healthy.